I've been at AWS now for just over a year, and the most common question I get in my LinkedIn DMs and my YouTube comments is, how do I get started with the cloud? Well, this video is going to be just for you, and I'm going to give you a 5-step plan on how to start the cloud and become pretty good at it by the end of it. Step 1 is to understand the basics of cloud computing. And I don't mean like how to program it and how to use it. I literally mean like, what is the cloud for? I'm going to post a link here and you can see a really good video on what cloud is, but I'm going to give you a quick summary in about 2 minutes. So for me, cloud computing covers 5 main advantages for organizations to use the cloud. The first one is agility, to be able to really quickly be able to build applications and software. Number 2 is it's usually quite cheap to build stuff in the cloud. Number 3, it's global. As soon as you deploy it, you can deploy it to all around the world. So if you have any users, they can all use it. And I don't remember the other 2, but go check out the video and it will explain everything about the basics of cloud computing. All right, step 2. Now, a lot of people will advise you to go do a certification and go do that. However, I've tried this, and for me, the best way to learn cloud is actually just to get hands-on and actually start building something. So the first thing I want you to build is a free tier web application. I'm going to link a tutorial here on how to do that, so you just have to follow it. I just find that doing too much like theory stuff just didn't really help me at the start, because I was learning all these concepts and I just didn't understand it until I actually built something and I was like, this theory relates to this practical stuff, and then it's just started to make sense. Theory can be really good for some people, but for me, I like to get hands-on and just get practical. So once you've built that, the next one is now going to be theory and getting certifications. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks to get the AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. Honestly, you don't need to spend more time than 2 weeks. You can do it in 2 weeks. You just got to set your mind to it and just do it. I'm going to provide some great resources on where you can actually learn more about the exam and actually the content for it as well. But I know you can do it, so just go do it. Secret tip, the best resource is the AWS documentation. There's tons of like online tutorials and stuff, but honestly, the AWS documentation has everything, and I'll provide a link for you as well. Now, step 4, this is where we start to get a bit more fun, because you've already built the first application in the cloud, you've done your cloud practitioner, and the next steps you could go do the next exams. But what I want you to do is actually build your own project. Think of a problem that you have and try build a solution towards it. If you can't think of any projects, I've got free projects with tutorials from AWS people you can just go through it and build these applications. Here's free projects if you don't have any ideas on what you can do, and they cover a range of different parts of tech, from building a website to IoT to machine learning, and they've got tutorials all written by AWS employees so that you can know they're really good standards and you're going to be following the best practices. Step 5, now that you've really got to basics with AWS, I'm going to say you're quite still a beginner here, because AWS Cloud, there's just so many services and features and functionality towards it that it's quite hard to be a pro. Like, I would not say I'm a professional yet. I'm really still learning. However, you have built like potentially 2 applications, you've got yourself a certification, and now I think it's crucial for you to decide, where do you want to take yourself in the cloud? Are you an application developer, or are you a cloud engineer? Are you a data analyst? Are you a machine learning? Pick what you want to do and then go discover those services for you. I found free learning paths using this website called AWS Skills Builder, and they've got learning paths for you to develop into these different roles, such as data analyst or machine learning or being a developer. Go pick a learning path and do it. And for those of you who are like, I don't know what I want to be yet, don't worry, I've got an answer for you too. Just be a generalist. Do the Solutions Architect Associate. Learn how to architect different types of solutions, because that way you'll get involved with some big data stuff, some gaming, IoT, serverless. Stay generalist and then finally pick a path. But that's only if you don't know what you want to do. If you already do, then I'd highly recommend you to double down on what you want to be and learn about those services. And actually, if you want to go into data or networking or security, there's specific certifications that are, I think they're called the speciality one. Go do them, and that will really hone in all your skills. Great, so that's my 5-step plan, and I honestly believe that's going to help you a lot. I've got 3 key takeaways for you to remember from this video. First one is build, don't just learn. Get hands dirty, get actually building a project, because that's really how you'll learn the most. Number 2, I haven't said this throughout the video, but I think a great way to consolidate your learning is to actually document it. Write a blog post, make a YouTube video like I am. Just document it, because in that way you're going to help others, and I love this community of everyone helping each other. And the third takeaway, probably the most practical one, is as much as you can be learning all of this stuff, in your own time, try get a job and actually learn whilst on the job. It's probably the best way to do anything. You're getting paid, you're learning, and you're building your experiences and your CV up. Thank you for watching this video. This is exactly how I would learn the AWS Cloud if I had to start again. Thank you.